Hello, I'm Nicole Garten, President of Heritage Trust Company. Thank you for joining us today. I want to start with a question. If something were to happen to you tomorrow, would your loved ones know where to find your important documents, your accounts, your insurance policies, even your wishes for your funeral? For most Canadians, the honest answer is no. And that's not because we don't care. It's because the state organization feels overwhelming. It's one of those things we put off because it doesn't feel urgent until suddenly it is. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the estate organization process step by step. By the end, you'll know exactly what to do to get your affairs in order, how to make it easy for your executor, and most importantly, how to protect your loved ones from stress, confusion, and unnecessary cost. This is not about legal jargon or complicated financial structures. This is about a practical, clear, straightforward steps that you can take right now. So let's dive in. So before we get into the how, let's get into the why. When someone passes away, the family is already dealing with grief. Adding chaos like missing documents, unclear instructions, or surprise accounts makes an already painful time so much harder. Executors can spend months digging through filing cabinets, chasing banks, and trying to piece together what the deceased owned and owed. I've seen estates delayed for years simply because no one knew where the paperwork was. The reality is this: an organized estate is a gift to your family. It saves time, money, and emotional strain. It gives them clarity at a moment when they need it the most. That's why I wrote Before It's Too Late, the Estate Organizer for Canadians. It's a practical guide and workbook that helps you create one single complete record of life's most important information. Think of it as building a roadmap for your loved ones. Now, let's talk about what estate organization actually means. It's more than just writing a will, although a will is certainly part of it. Estate organization means creating a complete picture of your personal, legal, and financial life. It includes personal information, including your full name, date of birth, health card number, social insurance number, citizenship, marital status, and so on. All your family details, your spouse or partner, children, dependents, and beneficiaries. Your key contacts, your lawyer, accountant, financial advisor, insurance agent, doctor, and of course your executor. Financial accounts, bank accounts, credit cards, loans, investments, pensions, RSPs, TFSAs, RESPs, business holdings. Insurance policies, life, health, disability, long-term care. Real estate and personal property, homes, cottages, rental properties, vehicles, jewelry, art, collectibles. Digital assets. Now this is really important. Online accounts, email, social media, subscription, cryptocurrency. Legal documents. Where's your will, your enduring power of attorney, representation agreement, and trust deed? And your final wishes. Do you have funeral arrangements, burial or cremation preferences, organ donation, charitable giving? Estate organization brings all of this together into one centralized, accessible binder or digital file. At Heritage Trust, we encourage all our clients to create what we call an estate binder. An estate binder is a physical or digital folder that contains everything your executor and loved ones will need to settle your affairs. It doesn't need to be complicated, but it does need to be complete. Inside your binder, you're going to want a copy of your will, copies of your power of attorney and representation or healthcare agreement, signed fee schedules if you appointed a professional executor or attorney, a list of all your bank accounts, investment accounts, and insurance policies, contact info for all the professionals you work with, a list of all your digital accounts and passwords, copies of deeds, titles, and vehicle registrations, instructions for funeral and memorial arrangements. You can keep this binder in a fireproof safe, keep it with your lawyer, or we often hold them for clients at Heritage Trust. But wherever you keep it, the key is to tell your executor where it is. A beautifully organized binder doesn't help anyone if no one knows where it exists. The first step in estate organization is gathering information. Set aside some quiet time, maybe an afternoon or a weekend, and make a list of everything you own and everything you owe. Start with your bank accounts, write down the institution, account numbers, whether it's joint or individual. Do the same for your credit cards and loans. Next, list all your investments, RSPs, TFSAs, RESPs, pensions, Your non-registered accounts include the institution, account numbers, and approximate balances. Then move on to insurance policies: life, disability, critical illness, long-term care, whatever applies. Write down the insurer, the policy number, the coverage amount, and the beneficiaries. Don't forget real estate. List your home, vacation property, or rental units. Include addresses, title details, and mortgage information. And of course, your personal property: vehicles, boats, jewelry, art, and other valuables. This is often the most time-consuming part of an estate organization, but it's also the most important. Step 2, you're going to want to organize your legal documents. Every Canadian should have 3 basic estate planning documents. A will. This appoints your executor and directs how your estate will be distributed. Without a will, the law decides who gets what, and it may not align with your wishes. An enduring power of attorney. This allows someone you trust to manage your finances and legal affairs if you lose capacity. Without it, your family might need to apply to the court, which is costly and stressful. And third, a representation agreement or healthcare agreement. This appoints someone to make critical healthcare decisions for you, and you can even document your healthcare wishes if you like. If you don't have these documents yet, your first step is to see a lawyer or notary and get them done. If you do have them, make sure they're up to date. Life changes: marriage, divorce, children, moving provinces, new assets. All of these can make an old will outdated. Keep copies of all these documents in your estate binder and let your executor know where the originals are stored. Step 3, planning for digital assets. One area people often overlook is digital assets. Think about how much of your life is online now: banking, email, social media, photos, subscriptions, even cryptocurrency. Without a plan, your executor might not even know these accounts exist, let alone how to access them. I recommend making a list of all your important online accounts, including the website, your username, and the instructions for access. For security reasons, don't leave your passwords in writing. Use a password manager like LastPass or 1Password, and leave instructions for your executor on how to access it. And think about your digital legacy. Do you want your social media accounts memorialized, deleted, or passed on to a family member? These are decisions you can make now for your loved ones later. Step 4, final wishes. The next step is to outline what your final wishes are. Do you want to be buried or cremated? Do you want a traditional funeral, a memorial service, or something simple and private? Would you like donations made to a charity instead of flowers? These are deeply personal choices, and leaving them unstated often causes stress for families. I've seen siblings argue simply because their parents didn't write down what they wanted. By documenting your wishes in advance, you give your family clarity and peace of mind. Step 5, communicating with your loved ones. Estate organization isn't just about paperwork, it's also about communication. Once your binder is complete, set aside time to talk to your family. Let them know where the documents are stored, who your executor is, and what your key wishes are. This doesn't have to be a long or heavy conversation. It can be as simple as, I put together my estate binder, it's in the safe, if anything happens to me, here's who you call. The more transparent you are, the easier it will be for your family when the time comes. So now let's talk about some common mistakes I see Canadians make when it comes to estate organization. Number 1, not having a will at all. More than half of Canadians don't have one. This leaves families scrambling and can cause disputes. A will made 20 years ago may no longer reflect your wishes. Not planning for incapacity. Without a power of attorney or representation agreement, your family may need to go to court. Ignoring digital assets. Executors often struggle to access online accounts. Failing to communicate. Families are left guessing if you don't tell them where to find things. Avoiding these mistakes can help make the difference between a smooth estate settlement and a drawn-out, stressful process. At Heritage Trust, we specialize in guiding families through this process. We can act as executor, attorney, or trustee, ensuring that your affairs are handled with professionalism and care. But even if you don't appoint us or any professional executor, estate organization is still essential. That's why we created tools like the Estate Organizer at estateorganizer.ca. These resources are available to help Canadians like you take control of their planning. So let me leave you with this thought. Estate organization isn't about death, it's about life. It's about showing love and responsibility for the people who matter most to you. By creating your estate binder, updating your documents, planning for digital assets, and sharing your wishes, you give your family the gift of clarity. Don't wait until it's too late. Start today. Even if you begin with just one section, your bank accounts, your insurance policies, your legal documents, you'll be making progress. I'm Nicole Garten, and I hope this has inspired you to take that first step. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit. And if you'd like guidance, you can visit us at heritagetrustcompany.ca or estate-organizer.ca. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you in the next video.